One of my favorite people and one of the most popular guests I have here on Wingman Wisdom is my friend Kevin Frazer from Cheyenne Camping Center. Cheyenne is part of the RV Dealers I Trust network that I often talk about here on Wingman Wisdom. In speaking with Kevin and many other bigwigs that I know in the RV industry, something big is going on right now. If you are thinking about buying a brand new RV and you're going, well, the prices are too high for me. Not necessarily. There's something that happened just recently with big manufacturers that are providing big discounts on certain models, certain brands of RVs. Now listen up, this is not for everybody, but if you're thinking about buying a new RV, this might just be for you. The biggest question I'm getting from people today is, are there any deals to be made? I mean, buying a new RV, there are tons and tons on the dealer lots. The prices are high. Where can somebody get a deal? Or are there any deals to be made?
Yeah, just starting 22s. If it's a 22 model that's in a dealer inventory, it's been there for a while. Our 22s have just about had an anniversary. They were very reluctant to give us any help from the factory. Facts are, we didn't press the issue, but usually other dealers do. And they're on the press. Whenever there's a slowdown of any kind, they're telling their reps and they're calling senior management and saying, we're in a bad way. We need to get these things moved. And you sold them to us, so you got to help us sell them by giving us various types of discounts or incentives. It all boils down to what we call a push-pull. You used to be associated with the car business, the same kind of thing. A push-pull is we help the dealer push the inventory out of the pipe so that we can pull inventory, new inventory, in the pipe from the factory. A push-pull program. Now, we haven't seen it for more like a half year. I've been figuring we're going to see some help from the factory. And it never came, and it never came. And my theory was that it didn't come because the other dealers weren't pressing for it. And the reason they weren't pressing for it is because they were invested in overpriced used inventory. They had a lot of used stuff and they had to get too much money out of it. And if they reduced the price on their new 22s, that would be direct competition for their used 19s. And they couldn't sell the used 19s without dropping the price there. And that wasn't the factory's money. That was their money. And it was unpalatable. They didn't want to do it. Well, we've gotten to a point now where I think everybody's agreed they have to help us. And just in the last few weeks, it's one product after another. Not all of ours have gotten factory help yet, but as one division does it, the other division has to. So by this month from everybody, you're going to be able to find really good bargains all over the USA on 22s. Now, how much money are you going to save? A sixth, a fifth? You won't see that again.
Wow.
And then we talk about, what about won't RVs be coming down in price in the future? Boy, I wish that were true, but I already went through this before. In the 1980s, prices were static. They didn't move. Well, there's a couple of stories about what happened at the end of the 80s, but we'll talk about that another time. And we can't really go backwards. You're an employer, you've been an employer, you can never reduce wages. So all the costs associated with assembly of the RV, the building and design of the RV, those wages stay the same or people quit. And we're reshoring. We were getting an awful lot of content on RV from China, but China during the pandemic became a grossly unreliable vendor. Even Apple's trying to abandon China, but we are abandoning China and we're bringing it home. We're what they call reshoring. So the good news in the future is our RVs will have way more American content, but that American content won't be as cheap as the old Chinese content was.
Okay,
and
let me ask you this.
Sources.
You got my antennas up. I'm interested in 2022. I'm always interested in saving money. The 2022s that are sitting on your lot, on dealer lots around the country, are they inferior units because they're just kind of patched together with crappy parts? How would you, and I know that there's not one blanket statement for everything, but
oh no, I'll make a blanket statement. The stuff they were building a year and a half ago was the most awfulest stuff we ever got. And it was because everything had gone completely to hell. The guys on the assembly line were exhausted. The supply chains were wrinkled. We were getting stuff that wasn't the right stuff. And our guys we're ready now, but we had to prep those things forever. My prep team would come to me all the time and they say, do you know how many hours we're putting in these things? I said, I don't care. If they leave here with no problems, I don't care. So we did get it sorted out, but you're right. If you've heard that, the stuff that was made a year and 18 months ago in that pack, in that window, holy bananas. They were tough. If they're properly prepped by a dealer, however, all those gremlins have been discarded. You don't have to worry about it. An improper dealer, but anyway,
but what about warranties, Kevin? If I buy
they're full warranty. It doesn't matter. They're full warranty. Now,
really?
When I'm talking about prep and making sure everything's all right before the customer gets it, that's more an inconvenience kind of thing, right? We don't want a customer to ever have to call us and say the fongulated Zorch is making a funny noise. We want to take the one that was making the funny noise out before they see the RV. But the fongulated Zorch is covered by warranty. It will be replaced under the standard warranty. And most RVs got a 1 year covers everything, including cosmetic. And then after that, it kind of depends. Most of the big items have a 2-year warranty.
So this is really good news it's good news for the consumer. It's good news for the dealer because you're able to get rid of that aging inventory, and the buyer is going to buy a nice brand new unit for maybe up to a 20% off the previous price.
And if it works the way it's supposed to, it'll get the guys at the factories back to work who are now working 2 or 3 day weeks or nothing at all. So it'll all sort out. You got to go through this once in a while. We talk about recessions. You and I have talked about recessions. I got a question for you.
What?
If you had to compete with someone, would you prefer to compete with someone who was stupid, synonymous with crazy, or would you want to compete with somebody who was a deceiver, crooked a deceiver? Which would you rather compete with?
Probably a deceiver.
Because you can kind of anticipate what their next move is, right?
You don't know what a crazy person's going to do.
That's right. Now, but remember, crazy is synonymous with just plain stupid, which is common. Now, when we get into a patch like this, where you've had a recession, a double dip recession is what I'm feeling out of this mess, a really long and nasty period, the stupid crazy become crooked deceivers, and the deceiver crooked become stupid crazy. So we're dealing with a lot of that at the dealer level and the manufacturer level. So the recommendation for your clients is keep your eyes open and try to deal with reputable manufacturers and reputable dealers. And you're working on that.
What I'm working on is a network of RV dealers that I trust. We're trying to build this network. We've got a good start, but we're building this network from coast to coast, made up of great RV dealers like Cheyenne Camping Center. As I say, RV dealers that I trust. Now, the savings that Kevin talked about are very, very real. And I think most dealers that have any remaining 2022s in their inventory, you can save a lot of money. They're brand new RVs. Now, buying from the right dealer, I often say, is every bit as important as buying the right RV. If you buy the right RV from the wrong dealer, you can be in for a miserable experience. The right RV dealer from the right RV, you can become and you will be a happy camper. So deal with a dealer that you can trust, somebody that will do a proper PDI. Yes, those 2022s have been sitting on the lot for a while. They have. But a good dealer, a great dealer, will make sure that if there are any bugs in that RV, they will be worked out, and you will have an RV that performs just like a brand new 2023 will, and you'll save a pile of money. If you'd like to get more information, you'd like to contact Cheyenne, you can go to their website, CheyenneCampingCenter.com, or you can go to rvdealersitrust.com, put it all together, rvdealersitrust.com. Look at the map, click on the location, and you can contact them. Check the inventory. If you don't see a dealer in your area that's on this map, that's okay. Go to your local dealers that you believe in, and check out their 2022 inventory. They're not all going to be super deeply discounted, and you are going to be limited as to what models the discounts apply to. But if you're looking to save money, and hell, everybody's looking to save money, and you don't want to pay the prices for a 22 or 2023, look at those 22s. All right, thanks so much for watching. Part 2 is tomorrow with Kevin Frazer, and you will not want to miss it. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave your good manners at home.